what's up, you guys? Today we have a very interesting, mysterious, vague, arbitrary code execution proof of concept. This dude uploaded, I'll show you his username in a second, uploaded some code that he wrote to Pastebins, or not even what he wrote. This dude on Twitter uploaded some code to Pastebins detailing some arbitrary code execution in 7-zip. So this would be a 7-zip 0-day. So this A, also called NSA Employee 39, uploaded, "Hey guys, as a thank you to all the new followers, I will be dropping 0 days all this week until my BB. Here's an ACE vulnerability in 7-zip. Can't access GitHub until I get home. Sorry, LOL. Offsets might need changing. Slight modifications based on victim system could be needed. Disclaimer, I'm not responsible for whatever you choose to do. The code provided is for research and educational purposes only. This project was intended as a creative work to explore technical concepts. No harm or illegal activity intended." So, we are at his Pastebin. Also, username being Mog, I respect it. But a fellow Mogger sees another Mogger. Anyway. So, he says, "This exploit targets a vulnerability in the LZMA decoder of the 7-zip software. It uses a crafted .7z archive with a malformed LZMA stream to trigger a buffer overflow condition in the RC_norm function. By aligning offsets and payloads, the exploit manipulates the internal buffer pointers to execute shellcode, which results in arbitrary code execution. When the victim opens/extracts the archive using a vulnerable current version of 7-zip, the exploit triggers executing a payload that launches calc.exe. You can change this, obviously. Now here is a bit of the code, a little visual here. Now, this person said, "Thanks for enabling comments. Various reasons this is garbage. Executing shellcode without bypassing DEP, saying to just jump to system without having an ASLR leak. 7-zip doesn't even open this. You get the error is not archive. Includes 9 different header files and uses none of them except 7-zip's types. Igor Pavlov, the creator of 7-zip, does not believe this vulnerability exists. The shellcode is complete garbage. I compiled the program and had it print the shellcode. Since it modifies it, here's it in assembly. Please to proceed anything else this guy post. A real exploit developer." Oh, there's more bonus rounds here. Bonus round, using system as an offset of the shellcode variable within the exploit generator program. Only person saying, "Wow, exploit working," is a literal sock puppet account. Bonus round number 2, system just jumps to the actual system function. The offset lands you somewhere in the cwait function LMAO. Now, multiple people have been calling out this code, this guy saying that doesn't make any sense, saying that did he write this code with a blindfold on? And technically he did write the code with a blindfold on, and the blindfold being Gemini. So, readers added, "The code presented does not contain a real exploit and is likely generated by an LLM. The author of 7-zip has also denied the existence of such vulnerability." Someone reported, "Hello, this may have been reported already, but I've come across an ACE vulnerability which has recently been uploaded online, which appears to be legitimate from the replies." And the dude from 7-zip, the big dude, the big kahuna, said, "This report on Twitter is fake and I don't understand why this Twitter user did this. There is no such ACE vulnerability in 7-zip/LZMA. Then they linked the Pastebin. Then the big man upstairs of 7-zip said, "The common conclusion is that this fake exploit code from Twitter was generated by an LLM AI Gemini. The comment in the fake code contains the statement, 'This exploit targets a vulnerability in the LZMA decoder of the 7-zip software. It uses a crafted .7z archive with a malinformed LZMA stream to trigger a buffer overflow condition and the RC_norm function.' But there is no RC_norm function in the LZMA decoder. Instead, the 7-zip contains RC_norm macro in the LZMA encoder and PPMD decoder. Thus, the LZMA decoding code does not call RC_norm, and the statement about RC_norm in the exploit comment is not true." And someone named DZN probably D's nuts, said the claim that the exploit comment is false is technically correct but misleading, while RC norm is a macro, not a function used in the LZMA decoder and PPMD decoder. However, it is not present in LZMADEC.C, whatever that is. And the big man upstairs replied, are you related to the original user? Are you suggesting that I discuss this fake exploit with LLM? It seems pointless to me. Then back and forth, blah, blah, blah. He said, did you use LLM to create the text and questions for this LZMA related problem? How long, exact number of days or years, have you been working on the details of the LZMA code? How long, exact number of days or years, have you known about NSA_employee39X user? So, Igor clapping back. Igor's got that sass. As you can see, Igor debunked. Now, after all of that drama, he goes, hello, InfoSec Twitter. A lot of people have been commenting about the 7-zip exploit being fake. These claims have merit, but allow me to clarify. My laptop charger died, and I refused to code on a mobile IDE, so I decided to explain it to Gemini and have it write the code for me. However, as some of you have noticed, the code is useless. It added random file inclusion directives that, to my knowledge, don't even exist. So, lesson learned there. I purchased another laptop charger and will be demonstrating the feasibility of it shortly. I am, however, very disappointed in some of you not being able to figure it out from what was shared, since the blueprint is still very present. A certain group of people have been sending me death threats because of this, which is quite sad. You all bore me. Which, death threats, no bueno. Don't send death threats, that's stupid. So, Super Newbie replied, so you couldn't just postpone the release? And you looked at that and thought it was alright to release? And then NSA employee replied, to be honest, I didn't really look at it at all, admittedly. Then, Tiberius replies, to your question, yes, it would have been more appropriate if it worked as intended. You wasted a lot of people's time with a fake POC that you admit you didn't even check. If you were concerned about it being used maliciously, you wouldn't have released anything. While it's true that nobody is entitled to anything from you, if you don't want to lose respect, don't use AI to write your POCs under any circumstances, or at least validate them before you post them. It shouldn't be surprising why people are pissed at you, and while that doesn't excuse the death threats, you should really drop the why is everyone mad attitude. Which, using AI to write code, yeah, I do it. It's usually wrong. And then I have to go in, give it the error, be like, yo, you suck at writing code. And then spit out something else that is wrong. And then just keep on tweaking at it until it gets it right. But to do that, you kind of know the underlying mechanics, if you will, of how the code works to kind of prompt the AI to try and write the code correctly. Because 99% of the time you write code for this, spits it out, doesn't work, it's random. Say, AI, you suck at writing code. I don't even write code for a living, and I know you suck at writing code anyway. So yeah, that's kind of what he's saying. You can use AI to write code, because why wouldn't you? But it's going to be wrong. But you kind of get the bare bones, the framework, so you can adjust and adapt. But not even looking at the code in Gemini outputted and then posting it is actually crazy. Wouldn't recommend doing that. Please validate your code and with AI. So this is his little video proof of concept. That's the normal code he's opening, deleting it. There's the malicious code, relapse, blah, blah, running it, 7-zip, open archive, it opens, that's the normal one. As you can see, he's wiggling it around. He's gonna open the malicious one, 7-zip, open archive, and calc opens. But people were sussy about this because you could just use a keybind for the calc spawn. People were still questioning it. So he said, here it is, F Gemini for ruining my street cred. Well, you did that yourself. No offense. I am grateful for this, though. It has shown me that with how awful you all can be, that this will not be made completely public. Once my Discord suspension becomes undone, I will create a private server where I will only let people I deem know on here and deem reasonable, as well as credible cybersecurity analysts and researchers. This is where all my finds will be published from here on out. First tweet, he said he didn't really look at it, and admittedly, it's just a bunch of bullshit code. And then he showed the demo using the code. So he was tweeting, but I'm gonna do this again in the morning when I wake up, this time with on-screen keyboard open and task manager showing background processes. Do that. Have a flight to catch later today. I will drop what I said in last tweet. Sorry for the delay. Drop that later today. He didn't drop that later that day. Then he said, sorry for the delay, stuff came up and I guarantee it will be up later today/tomorrow. Promise, if it's not, you guys can fully dismiss all the claims I've said. It will be here soon. Post that yesterday. But about 5 hours ago, he did post a new demo. So he has that on-screen keyboard, whatever, and in the little chat box, you know how it is, doing that. But instead of running Task Manager, he runs CPU.py. It ranks background/window processes based on CPU usage from greatest to least. Just filters out front-end apps because they aren't sus. So yeah, that is, I guess he wrote this. This is the code, which I would prefer him having Task Manager open as well and not just code that he wrote. Anyway, type in, you know, blah, blah, showing all the stuff. Open archive, that's the normal one. Let's get the malicious one going. It's generating the payload. Opening 7-zip. Open archive. Windows error. Opens calc. So I'll let you make your own conclusions on that. Would prefer if he dropped a technical analysis on the vulnerability. Would be nice. Kind of inner workings. But that is just me because I do love a technical analysis. Yeah, draw your own conclusions. I am just here to bring you what he tweeted. It is up to you to make your own conclusions. Anyway, just goes to show you, if you write your code with AI, please validate it. So, that is it for this video. Punch the like button, subscribe button in the face, and validate your code written by AI. See you guys in the next video.